Hello, I'm Akasan. I wanted to make a statement regarding my previous video on YouTube. You probably won't believe me, but when I go on YouTube and look at other YouTubers making social commentary and discussion videos, I sort of assume people would treat me with the same sort of treatment as they treated them. But I know I need to be better. I know I can't keep messing up like this. Akasan! Fisting. So what up, y'all? Akasan here. Let's go ahead and yesterday I put out a video talking about relationships and such, and using an idea that came into my head when I was in Canada, or just a layover and such, and just putting a hypothetical situation and talking about, should I break up with my girlfriend if I move to another country, if I move back to America, particularly speaking. And I gave a couple of examples and the response was mixed. So I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and show you guys my girlfriend's reaction to that video and read some of the comments, because I don't want to ignore either side, because there were some good points though. Good points indeed. Some people even unsubscribed because of that dope-ass Photoshop thumbnail that I made. Triggered. The immortal Iron Fist, if his girlfriend sees this or the thumbnail, R.I.P. Akasan. We had some good years. The funny thing is that 3 or 4 days ago, I was having dinner with my girlfriend and our friend, mutual friend, and I showed her the thumbnail and she really liked it. She thought it was really good. She commended my Photoshop skills. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I already knew you were a little fucked up in your head, but man, you really are stupid. I would love to see your girlfriend's reaction when you see her again. Nameless says, wow, man, you're legit a shitty person for this video. Unsubbing. Ulysses Gaming. You are so weird. Jonathan simply just replies, no. Fair enough, Jonathan. Yeah, you're a dickhead. A complete, total dickhead. How is this video gonna make her feel? Unsubbed. Fuck you. Props on the thumbnail, thank you, I appreciate that, Sebastian. Shadow Phoenix. Akasan, this video wasn't necessary. Don't involve subs in your personal life. And we don't know her. This is going to have some huge blowback and it's not going to be pretty. The fuck? I think interacting with fans is great, but this is a little too much, man. Which is so weird to me, because this is the YouTube that I know and love. Is the whole idea is putting the you as part of YouTube. You're doing what you want the videos, you're connecting to your fan base by being personal with them. It's so strange how YouTube has changed over the last couple of years, and being personal, having a mixed sort of channel, sharing your life among other things you do, is looked upon as a negative thing. The only people that can still get away with that now are the people that were around early on, like KSI, our PewDiePie, our Boogie, our Jenna Marbles. It's so weird how that's not accepted anymore for up-and-coming YouTubers. What the fuck, are you disgusting with us? Thanks for respect and trust, but you should really not be doing this. Oh, PewDiePie has something to say.
What a fucking nigger. What a fucking asshole. Why would he do that? Legit, why would he do that? Alright,
so now that we got some of the triggered SJWs out of the way, or white knights, whatever you want to call them, let's make it clear that my girlfriend saw the video, she's aware of it, this is a conversation we've had previously many times already. When you're in an international relationship, I think that might be where some people get a little sidewinded, because they've never been, perhaps, they've never been in an international relationship. That's something you really do have to discuss, because you never know what's going to happen in the future, and you don't know about compatibility, if that's going to work in another country, and what's going to happen when people get older, when you have to take care of your parents, when sooner or later that decision has to be made if you're gonna move back home and if it's really worth going out in the long run. With my girlfriend, when I eventually move back to America or anywhere in another country, should I break up with my girlfriend? I was hanging out with Achira, I was hanging out with, Akara, I think. I was hanging out with,
Achara.
Okay.
Ina, I call her Hella and such. And I was hanging out with all these really cool, and I was talking to all these really cool people and seeing all these really beautiful, beautiful bodies, right? And you just start thinking to yourself, about compatibility.
Ow! Why?
Like I was a little more compatible with the people back home here in America, here
What
in
is
Los Angeles, dealing with all the YouTubers.
Matching.
Compatible.
Compatible means to match. Matching.
About all the YouTube stuff.
Fit.
Just knowing how to sell, basically, right? They're very compatible because I live in Japan and I've had to change myself to live in Japan, become a different person, become someone else, become something else. Nice booties, nice butts, nice tight ass jeans. It's amazing to see all of that coming back here in Los Angeles, which you will not get
You're so
in
mean.
someplace like conservative.
Don't worry, I watched you.
I know you're the one that said everybody has a nice ass.
Get out of here. I'm out. Peace.
What do you think?
Well, you didn't want to date in Fukuoka, but after you moved to Tokyo, you changed your mind or something like that.
About
I
you.
think the environment it's the problem for you. It's always about environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mad?
Why?
I don't know. Other
You know what?
people were
you
saying
think?
bye bye Akasan. People were saying R.I.P. Akasan
No.
after you see the video.
No. I sometimes think about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how do I live in LA, which is better for me or better for us, and then do we work same way as we do in Japan,
Yep.
right? Like the things and people are different. My life is different in LA. So
Yep. I
the
agree.
environment will change me too. So
Yep.
I don't know, but I don't mean that it doesn't work out or it will work out. Or anything.
Exactly. We're so mature. Me.
Why?
I'm so smart, right?
Yeah, what? I don't think so.
Huh?
Not smart or just things that people think.
I'm smart.
I'm sure that every person's for date in America think, what if this is in their own country and such.
I think so.
That's the natural thing.
Natural thinking. Red Reddit Nation. Woo!
Okay, baby.
They're part of my life.
Okay. Cool.
Now here's some level-headed responses. The responses I was looking forward to. Dude, you had way too much chemistry with Hella not to think about it. Plus, most people here haven't dated enough to understand your point of view. My answer would be yes, but keep her as a good friend if possible. It was hypothetical! And it has nothing to do with Hella. Anita Starr. I actually asked her though if I could use her image and she said yes. Zach, my sensibilities are that the point of a grown man dating is that he's planning on marriage. The idea about leaving your girlfriend just because you want to move to another country seem immature and insensitive. Did you want a wife? Or are you just looking for a female friend? I'm sorry if I'm misinterpreting your question, but this seems like the type of thing to discuss with your girlfriend, should be fiancé, privately to get her input and make a decision before discussing anything on YouTube. At this point, you are leaving the impression that you are not really in love with her, so you may be wasting her time. Very well said, Zach. I appreciate that one. That was very well done. And I really like that thought about the whole grown man dating is that he's planning on marriage. That's an interesting concept. I personally have never thought about it like that, but it does sort of make sense in the sense of why everybody was asking, from my brother to my mother to my aunt to Greg Alba even, asking if marriage was along the way. It annoys the fuck out of me when people say that, because I really don't like that idea. I don't like when people, like, I personally think that people ask that question and that statement just because they feel like it's the natural progression of things. Are you gonna get married? Hey, are you gonna have kids? It's like you have to go step by step. My cousins and people in my family just generally don't believe in marriage because of our own personal experiences and what we've gone through, and they feel like marriage is just an institution to kind of trap people, but you can raise kids without being married and such. And I think that's an interesting sort of topic that should be discussed a lot more. Iconic warrior. LOL. Does no one read the description or something? Anyways, why not just take her with you? Yeah, thank you. Sly Spy. I do think there are aspects of compatibility that are contingent on location and standards of location. A connection to someone can possibly go deeper than that though, especially if you're so well adjusted to being with that person that you could do it in any location, because of the amount of investment and also the sense of chemistry strengthened over a long period of time. And very good stuff. This is what I'm talking about. That's the kind of conversation I want to bring back to YouTube. Making YouTube elongated again. Bruh, get you a black woman. The black community needs you, and other black men represent. What people call love is just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. It hits hard, then slowly fades, leaving you stranded in a failing marriage. I did it. Break the cycle. Rise above. Focus on your channel. Well, that was dark. Comments by Sean. Your issue is not compatibility. Regardless of how much you tone down living in Japan, your girl knows who and how you are, because eventually you loosen up enough to be comfortable being yourself in your home and around her. Maybe. The issue is that you saw some variety that is not common in Japan, and you want that variety. That's a good point, actually. That's very interesting, because it becomes a rarity when you see the commonplace. I'm talking about LA and such. When you see the commonplace for the first time in a long time, it's interesting. You want to see that. That's a very, that you want to continue to experience that a lot. That's a very interesting point, because also my girlfriend pointed that out. The moment we got off of LAX, the moment we got out the airplane, we're seeing the stretchy pants, and my girl grabbed me. She was like, "Babe, everyone in LA is hot and has a nice butt." And I was like, yes, they do. She's the one that actually put me on that path the moment we got off the plane. God damn it. Bolshol says, I saw you in Shibuya. Hey, thanks. Glad you saw me. Say hello next time. Alright guys, there's a lot of comments in here, a lot of good and a few bad, a few shocked, a few oppressed, a few offended, but it is what it is. That's exactly why I make these sort of videos, because that's exactly why I made this channel. Jordan writes, great video and discussion topic. It's really deep, and I'm glad to know that this is a discussion you had with your girlfriend already, and make sure it was okay to put up on YouTube, which more people should realize. I think this topic is very unique and important, and my answer to it would be, you should both vacation to the US and see your relationship works there. Like you said in the video, you don't know how your relationship would work in a different environment like the US, so that means that there's only one thing to figure out. After you figure out what your dynamic is like with her while you're in the US, then you can make your decision. Perfect stuff, guys. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly the kind of discussion, points I wanted to hear, because I think it's an interesting aspect that is not really explored, and I have learned that maybe it's more of an aspect that is only explored with international relationships. If this was just a very standard relationship, maybe people can't see where I was coming from for the topics that would be discussed. People defending someone that they have never actually met and getting on my case about it. Weird. But I'm glad that we went ahead and had this topic. We haven't had this kind of discussion in quite some time on this channel. Somebody was mad because this isn't the kind of video they subscribe to this channel for. But then I was like, you probably haven't been around the channel that long then, because that's what it's always been about. A variety of different things. Of course, we're going to have the reactions on there. Of course, the reactions fill up the channel the most because they're the easiest to edit, which isn't that easy for me sometimes. But there's always we're always going to continue to do this stuff, and I'm always going to try to express myself with you on this particular channel so we can have these sort of mature discussions. Till next time, guys, like, share, subscribe back if you can, and we'll check back with you next time. Peace. Fisting.